Good morning everyone. Welcome back to your history class. We have been discussing about the third chapter of your history book, that is ruling the countryside. And in this chapter we already got to know how East India Company have become the Diwan and how they have started collecting revenue from the people of our country. Uh, we also have discussed that East India Company have introduced the permanent settlement system, and this system was not up to the level, and that is why the company had to introduced a few more systems of collecting revenue. So today we will discuss about it. It is in your page number 29, and the topic is a new system is devised. So after introducing permanent settlement system in the 19th century, the company officials, they were convinced that the system of revenue had to be changed again. Okay, and for this, in the northwestern province of Bengal Presidency, that is the area, actually it is in Uttar Pradesh. Okay, and Englishman called Holt Mackenzie devised a new system which came into effect in 1822. So my dear children, you need to remember that the permanent settlement was introduced in 1793. Okay, and at that time the viceroy was Lord Cornwallis. Is it? So now here Holt Mackenzie, he have introduced the new system. Okay, the new system was Mahalwari settlement. Okay, Mahalwari. So we will got to know about it. Let's discuss. So Holt, actually he felt that the village was an important social institution in North Indian society and needed to be preserved. Okay, and for that, under his directions, collectors went from village to village, inspect the land, measure the field, and record the customs and rights of different groups. The estimated revenue of each plot within the village was added up to calculate the revenue that each village had to pay. So actually, at that time, villages were called as Mahal. Okay, and Hall Pekaji, he divided the villages in small parts. Okay, and inspect. He used to inspect every villages and measure all the fields and record the customs and rights of different groups. Okay, after that, the estimated revenue of each plot within the village was added up to calculate the revenue that each village had to pay. This demand was to be revised periodically, not permanently fixed. So here it is said that the revenue will be collected periodically. The charge of collecting the revenue and paying it to the company was given to the village headman rather than the zamindar. So in permanent settlement, we got to know that revenue had to be collected by the zamindars and it must be submitted to the company. But here, uh, the power of collecting revenue is given on the village headman's hand. Okay, and this system came to be known as Mahalwari settlement. Now we will discuss Monroe system. Okay, so like the northwestern provinces, in the south side also, there was a similar move away from the idea of permanent settlement. The new system that was devised come to be known as the Ryotwar system. Okay, Ryotwar system, it was introduced by Captain Alexander Reed, and he actually tried this on a small scale and in some of the areas that were taken over by the company after the war with Tipu Sultan. Subsequently developed by Thomas Munro, this system was gradually extended all over South India. In the Munro system, it was introduced by Captain, actually not Munro, Ryotwar system, it was introduced by Captain Alexander Reed, but it was further developed by Thomas Munro. Okay, and Alexander Reed actually he tried this on a small scale area that were taken over by captain after the war with Tipu Sultan. Okay, actually Reed and Monroe they thought that the settlement had to be made directly with the cultivators, and cultivators they were known as ryots. Okay, and who had actually tilled the land for generations. Their field had to be carefully and separately surveyed before the revenue assessment was made. And Munro actually thought that the British should act as paternal father figure protecting the ryot under their charge. So, my dear children, we have seen that East India Company have tried their level best to collect the revenue from the people of India, although it was not up to the level. Within a few years after the new system were imposed, it was clear that all was not well with them. Driven by the desire to increase the income from the land, revenue officials fixed too high revenue demand. Peasants were unable to pay, ryots fled the countryside, and the villages became deserted in many regions. Optimistic officials had imagined that the new system would transform the peasants into rich, enterprising farmers. But this did not happen. So, I hope all of you have got an idea how East India Company have started the collection of revenue and what are the systems actually they introduced. They introduced permanent settlement system, then they introduced Mahalwari settlement, and they also introduced Ryotwar or Ryotwari settlement, and after that they tried Monroe settlement. Okay, so dear children, today we have discussed this much, and later on we will move to the other topics. Thank you. Have a nice day.